Hello, myself Anil and welcome back to my PHP Complete Beginner course. So, in this video, we are going to learn about how we can make our local system as a server. So, as I mentioned before in my previous video, PHP is a server-side language and it resides and executed on server. So, to do that, we need to create our local system as a PHP server. So, for that, we are going to download Exam server. Exam is basically a cross-platform local web server which allows us to execute PHP code in our local by providing a local PHP interpreter. Exam stands for X basically stands for the platform which we are going to install the software. A stands for the Apache, M stands for the MySQL, and the last two P stands for the Perl and the PHP server. So to download the Exam server, let's navigate to our browser and type in over here as exam. Okay, I'm sorry, it's exit transaction. Type in over here exam. Okay, so the first website, the link which you can see www.apachefriends.org is the official website of Exam. Click on it. So as you can see, there is a download link available for Windows, Linux as well as Mac. So if you are a Linux and the Mac user, you can simply download the latest version which is 2.3.9 and simply download from here. For Mac OS, you can also download the latest version which is 7.3.9. okay, and for Windows user, it is mentioned on the top of the page which is the latest version 7.3.9. okay, so like I am the Windows user, I'm using the Windows 10 64-bit, but I won't be downloading this. I already have downloaded in my local. So you just have to click on the download and it will automatically start the downloading. You don't have to do anything apart from that. So I already have the downloaded, so I'll be navigating it to my software folder. So here, as you can see, it is already downloaded. So I'll double click on it, and so as you can see, it will give us a pop-up set of windows. So we just have to click next. We won't be changing any configuration or selecting any file. So we'll be clicking next. It will create one folder under the C drive naming exam. So we won't be changing anything over here as well. Just be clicking next. It will open one website, so just have to close it, minimize it, and see your setup here and click on next. So it will start installing. The installation may take 5 to 10 minutes, so be patient, it will take some time. So guys, as you can see, the installation has been completed. So it is asking like, do you want to start the control panel now? Just mark it and click on finish. So it will pop up you the one control panel. First it will ask you for the language and it's select English. So as you can see, we have got the control panel screen. So to execute or to install the PHP interpreter in our system, we have to start it Apache. The Apache is already pre-installed with the PHP interpreter. As if you will go to the browser and type local over here. Okay, so as you can see, we got a PHP dashboard where we have a welcome message and the community other stuff. So as you can see, our PHP is up and running in our local system. I also want to show you the one more folder which has been created. If you are not able to find that PHP controller, you can simply navigate to C drive. As you can see, it has created exam folder in the C drive. You can just open it, and as you can see, we have a exam control below, and you can simply click on it and you can open that screen again. Okay, so right now we don't need this Apache server, we will simply stop it. So our next step would be installing the editor. Either we can use a Notepad++ or we can use a Sublime Text editor. For the starting, the Sublime Text won't be that much profitable for us because we're just going through the basic, but still we can use it, so we can get some hands on it. For the Windows user, they can simply download from here, download for the Windows. But if you are a Mac and the OS user, navigate it to the download. And for OS X, the version should be 10.7. You can download from here. And for Linux repos, you can simply download from here. Okay, so as I am a Windows user and it's already downloaded, I'll be navigating again to my software folder. Okay, so software. So I have my Sublime Text software set up over here, so I'll be double clicking on it. So it will give you one pop-up. So just click next, install. It will hardly take 5 seconds to install. So as you can see, the installation has been completed. Just click on finish. Okay, now just open the Windows, and as you can see, the recently added, we have a Sublime Text. Double click on it. As you can see, this is our Sublime Text editor. So guys, you might have understand how we have to install the exam in our local and the text editor for it. So in the next lecture, we would be going through the PHP syntax overview, what are the syntax and how exactly it works. So till then, see you in next lecture. Hi guys, myself Anil and welcome back to my course. In the previous lecture, we have completed the environment setup, like we have installed exam server and the editor which we are going to use. Now in today's lecture, we will try to understand the PHP syntax and we would be doing our first hands-on project. So in PHP, like there are 4 types of syntax which we can use. Those are like canonical, SGML, ASP and style tags. So the most widely used tag is the canonical tag. As you can see, it starts with smaller than question mark PHP. Then the ... indicates the code which you want to write or want to execute. Then question mark and the greater than sign. Same goes with the SGML tag, but you have to do certain configuration changes to achieve this. In ASP style tags, you just have to use the ampersand instead of question mark. And in HTML, you have to write a language PHP inside the script tags, similar like a JavaScript. But the most widely used, as I mentioned, is the canonical tag. So as a beginner, we are going to start with the canonical tag. So to do our first programming today, like PHP script is essentially a HTML tag with blocks of PHP code embedded inside the HTML. What PHP does, it parses only the PHP tags and it neglects all the HTML tag inside it. So let's achieve this. Like you can check how exactly it happens. So for that, you have to start your exam server. Like go to your C drive where the exam folder has been created and search for exam control. Double click on it. Once it is open, you have to click on Apache Start. Wait for it to turn green, and yeah, it's turned green. That means the server is up and running. You can check it by typing localhost in your browser. The localhost. As you can see, the local server is up. Now you have to open your favorite editor. You can use Notepad++ or Sublime. I would be using Sublime Text Editor. We have certain benefits of it. I'll be showing that in the later lectures. So let's write our HTML code as fast as we can. Okay, so HTML title would be PHP. Let's create a body tag. Okay, so let's write our PHP code. Okay, so it's smaller than that. PHP, the set of line which we are going to write, and the closing syntax. So let's write our first statement, which would be hello world. Okay, so save this file. I'll be saving it on desktop. Okay, I'm just saving it on desktop. Make sure, just check carefully what I'm doing. Index dot extension should be PHP and save the file. Okay, so now As you can see, the index.php has been created over here. I'll be copying this file and Control C and pasting it to the folder in Exam. In Exam, navigate to htdocs, open the folder and paste it here. Make sure each .php file should be pasted inside the htdocs folder. It is where the PHP parser search for the .php files. So once it has been pasted over here, navigate to the browser and just reload it. As you can see, your first program .hello world has been printed on the browser. Okay, so I would like to show you some experiment on this. It's like, what if I only write PHP outside this body tag? What would happen? What do you think? So I'll cut it and I'll write inside the HTML tag. I'm writing it anywhere. Okay, hello world. I'm also changing the statement that so we can navigate in HTML. Alright, I'll save it. I'll again go to the desktop. So from the desktop, I'll copy the file and again move it to htdocs folder and I'll paste it over here. It will ask replace the file in the destination. Yes. And now again go to the browser and let's reload it. So as you can see, it has given us hello world in HTML. So by this we come to know that it's not mandatory that we have to write our PHP tag in body tag. We can write it anywhere, right? I have written it below the HTML start tag and it's still getting print. So one more thing I want to show you, that can we have only one PHP tag inside one program or we can have multiple? Okay, so let's check this out. I'll be pasting it again. Instead of HTML, I'll write body and save it. I'll again do the same thing. I'll go to top desktop, I'll copy, I'll again paste it in htdocs folder, replace the file in destination and it has been pasted. And if I reload it, so as you can see, it has given us hello world in HTML and hello world in body. That means we are getting both the output. That it indicates that the PHP parser is parsing both the PHP tags. That means we can have multiple PHP tags in our program, in our single page. Hopefully guys, this was a very good lesson for you and this was a very basic, so you might have understand how we can use the PHP tag. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.